All right. Okay, guys. So I'm so happy you all are here. Tonight, we are going to go over a couple of things that we just really need to go over as far as team cut, action items, heading off of Summit, what I think would be a good fit for our team, things we're going to change, setting up a schedule, and how to knock August out of the park. But before we jump right into that, I wanted to say, for those of you that got to meet up locally, that was awesome. I know Alyssa came, she's brand new. Heather got to see it. And that is just a little glimpse into what our community is like, you guys. When we get together in Summit, which I already booked a room for St. Louis, so those are filling fast. All coaches will be able to do that on Wednesday. Get as close to the Marriott as you can, because I heard it's sold out, but that way we can be close enough to do all these events together, because it's so mind-blowing when you get there and you feel the energy. It's like nothing I have ever felt before. So with that, it's off the hook. The Beachbody does not hold anything back. They go over and above with everything they do, and I would love for each and every one of you to experience just how insane it can be. But with that, coming off a Summit, what we need to do. But first, before I even go into that, I have to give some major shout outs right now, because first of all, you guys knew last week Alyssa was her first. She just signed up, she jumped into Summit. I told her this is like the craziest week to ever join Beachbody, because she's like, I am like, just feel like I'm like floating, kicking with my hands in the air, like what's going on? What are we doing? Where are the team calls? What is this schedule? I'm like, you just have to hold on through Summit. Get through Summit week, embrace the chaos. And today, not only did she go Emerald within like 3 days, but she also hit Success Club. So I am incredibly proud of her for just going all in and saying, I am taking this by the horns. And also with that, Jamie texted me today and just blew my mind and sent me this before and after photo and says, I've never posted a transformation photo and I'm going to do it. Go love on her page right now, you guys, because she freaking posted it. She looks amazing. She typed up what we're doing. And I just could not be more proud of her, because I know that is a major comfort zone for a lot of us with that first before and after photo. And not everyone wants, I still am like, oh, it's not perfect, or it's not good enough, or all those things, right? And she says, okay, FYI, I'm like cracking up on her text message. FYI, I'm doing this post and I might tag you in it. And I'm like, absolutely, but I'm in Facebook jail or whatever, Instagram jail. So I sent her, I tried to message on it and tag her and all the things, but I'm in Instagram jail because that happens to me like monthly. I don't know what's going on. I didn't even have service for 2 weeks and still ended up in jail. So, needless to say, I'm proud of you, Jamie. Congratulations. Peyton, I just read your chat, and you can't drop that bullshit in the chat. We'll have to talk about that. I love you, my friend. And we will figure everything out. You've done a deployment before and freaking rocked it. So I have no doubt that it would be no different. We would just severely, severely miss you. So moving on from recognition, we are only halfway through the month, you guys. And I know I went in live in the team page and briefly talked to you guys about this, but we are 12 elite points away from Premier. And all the other boxes are checked, you guys. 5 stars checked. My 2 diamonds advancing are checked. Like every little other ounce of elite and premier are checked except for the points. And so it's only fair that I pass that vision out to you guys and tell you how we earn points. Now, I'm doing everything I can in the acquisition and ATV categories, which is points you earn by new coaches brought on in 2020. I've already signed 10 coaches this month. I can tell you that I am doing my part. I promise. I'm signing as many people as I can and bringing everybody I know that could benefit from this opportunity into this business. So I promise you I'm doing what I can on my end. How do you guys contribute? How do you help? First of all, It is a team goal and vision. When it says elite, it's no one person standing up there, because you cannot do this. One single person cannot do it. It is based on the team. So you can help by hitting Success Club. And I know it's only 3 people, you guys, a month. It's definitely doable. And for every time you guys do that in the year, they give me a point for each person that hits, or they give our team a point. So I have Peyton going for elite this year. I want Jessica to push for elite this year. There is no reason why any single one of you couldn't push for elite. And I know you're thinking we're already halfway through the year. Well, Premier is not hard either. It's all hard because it takes work and dedication. But when you break it down, it's just hitting Success Club and helping 3 people a month. And for every time you guys do that, the team gets a point and they match me with an additional point. So when I say we need 12 points, if 6 girls could hit Success Club, we would have it, right? So please, 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 there are so many reasons of why Success Club is the foundation of our business. Everything we do in this business is based off that baseline, okay? So that is my little tidbit of, I had to get super, super intentional with coming out of Summit and listening to some of my trainings in the round table of what I'm doing as a leader. There was a lot of gut check moments of like, I am not a leader of my team. Like, I'm out there telling them what to do, but I'm running, I'm in the trenches with them, but I'm not showing them the way. I'm not giving them the systems. Nothing I do, absolutely nothing I do is duplicatable. And I apologize for that. So moving into this presentation, that is where things are going to really change. So for those of you that know, the moment you hit Success Club, you go into our runners chat for the month. Those chats are gold because you also get access to our morning power hours. So please utilize those. I'm going to screen share so that I can show you my cool little presentation I busted out here. I have to close the pictures though because they distract me. Okay, let me see. So that we're going to do a few other things to help, or I'm going to do a few other things to start helping you guys and be more of a leader. I know that there's so many times I go, oh, I fell short, I fell short, I fell short. And I can no longer fall short if I want us to be one of the top ranking teams. There's no reason. Last year we placed 136 out of 380,000 coaches. There's no reason we couldn't be top 100. There's really no reason we couldn't be top 50. We made top 50 West region last month, and I have no intention of losing that. The goal is to only go up from there. So let me make this big. I hope you guys can see it because when I go into screen share, I cannot see you. So let's see. Okay. So the Freedom Squad action items and rolling those into Team Cup of how we are going to have a successful August. Super simple, right? The first thing we need to do is get organized. So if you did not watch the National Wake Up Call this morning, please go back and listen to Monica. She is one of our own Diesel Nation leaders. She is a 4-time elite coach. She absolutely knows what to do after Summit. But I can tell you that after 6 summits, I know that I go back in even when they're live and I rewatch the trainings that spoke to me and that were specific to my business and where I need to make those improvements, right? So Melanie Mitros in the roundtable totally just threw me through a loop because 1, she's the most organized human on the planet, but 2, I knew that was where I was struggling. So I've re-listened to that already 3 times. I'm going to make her systems my own and we will implement them. I've already started this. So what do? We're going to make action points to follow. So the first thing was, I feel it's super important that I create duplicatable systems and we set a schedule. Because as we grow, if we do not have structure for something for you to follow, especially my new coaches, you guys are like overwhelmed and don't know what to do. And I totally am aware of this. And I apologize for my girls that jumped in headstrong and ran in with me from January to this point, because that's where I know we're falling short. And you guys, we're doing freaking amazing. Like, we're 7-star diamond. We are West Region top 50. But I think in this business, as long as you still have a vision and something to grow to, it's just like your fitness. If you're like, well, I'm down to the size jeans I wanted to wear, so I can eat crappy again, you know you lose your edge. I am not willing to lose my edge in my business. As most of you know, this is what feeds my family, and it has created the massive freedom that I am allowed today. And I want that for every single person that comes into my business, that comes into this business wanting to build their own, right? So the foundational points that make an income producing business. I mean, I think we have to go over those. And I know it's the 4 vital behaviors, and you guys are so sick of hearing those because we do them all day. But I want you to think about it in another, like, what are those 4 vital behaviors? What are they doing? Like, how can we simplify it, right? Well, it's telling your story. And we're all different, and I get it all the time. I don't have a story to tell. You guys, I don't have a great story to tell. I grew up totally spoiled. Like, my life was great, right? I don't have anything super crazy to talk about other than now I have this freedom. I was chained to a desk, in a 9-to-5. I don't want to live that life anymore. So everybody has a story. Just compare where you were before Beachbody to where you are now, or cast the vision of where you want Beachbody to take you. You can talk about anything. Peyton hit on that last week. Just share it in a way that is unique to you. And with that, you have to always be in step 1 of recruiting. So often we are like, well, we'll just sign customers because that's where we're comfortable. We don't want to talk about the business. People might come back with it's a pyramid scheme. You might get pushback on, oh, she's doing this startup thing. Or believe me, I've heard it all, and I've heard all the naysay you can believe. But if I stay in stage 1 and continue to recruit, my retention will stay. And what retention is not only recruiting new people who you never want to leave you, like Marie, who has been with me from day 1, Kim, these are the picture of my beautiful diamonds, Peyton, like, I create a community that nobody's leaving no matter where they're at or what their intention of this business is. They may just be doing this as a hobby and never want anything more out of the business. But they stay with me because I'm constantly growing. I'm always staying in stage 1 of recruiting, and we create the community that anyone and everyone is welcome. Another thing that I think is so important that we have to do is cast the vision. If I just sat back and said, yeah, guys, work your business, I don't think it would be the same today as if I said, hey, when we first hit Elite, my dad was in the hospital with cancer. And I told them, if I was working a regular job, like, I would have ran out of sick time after 4 weeks. I took 18 months to be there for my family. Could you imagine if something happened? Like, what if it was one of my kids? Like, there would be no way that any other job would be possible. And we hit Elite in that year because I casted the vision to my girls of, I need the freedom to be able to be here and do what I need for my family, right? And they followed, and they have been the most amazing leaders, developing leaders that have come out of this business, in my opinion. I look at these girls pushing forward, in the trenches with us, constantly asking me about downline, how do I sponsor, how do I place, and that tells me that they are growing into the leaders that I know they can be. So the 5th point, foundational point, is rank and income. And usually when I talk about rank, it's rank versus income, because it's very hard to achieve both. But everybody needs to be rank advancing. When you rank advance, you show people that you're in it for the long haul. When you're moving forward and bringing new people into this business, that is when they see the magic happen. They see your vision happen. And obviously, the more people you bring in, the more income you're going to be making, as well as the opportunity for bonus. So you all know that as much as I love fitness, and it could totally be my hobby, this has become my sole source of income. So you're damn right. Income is one of my foundational points that has to happen in my business. And I want that for you guys if that's what you want. So I think having more trainings on rank and why rank is so important has to come into play. And then, the flip side of that is when rank happens at 2-star, you can open a second business center and clone yourself. And if placement is correct, you can double your income, right? and all those things as far as controlled accounts. I think it's super important that we start talking about the uncomfortable things and start talking raw numbers of income, because I think it's super important to say and tell you guys, because I hold it like, oh, income's awkward. Like, I don't want anyone to think like, you know, about what I make. If I always say, like, if I was still selling insurance in the commercial industry, I would never tell anyone what my paycheck was. Like, you just don't do that. But I think it's important to share with my team that my spouse account makes our mortgage. My spouse account makes our mortgage. You guys, I'm mind blown when I say that still, because that tells you how much income I'm producing in my other 2 business centers. If my spouse can make our mortgage on his 4 weeks paycheck, right? So the whole month, that's he does that, and the rest of the money, and he still works. Like, it's created such a fulfilling lifestyle for us that I just can't not talk about it anymore, because I think you guys need to see the potential and where we're at with that. Okay, so the first thing I said we were going to do is we were going to implement a schedule. So Mondays are going to be team calls. You guys can screenshot this, or it's not that pretty. We could probably make a better graphic, but this is what I was typing up when I was running late. It's so cliche that we're talking about a schedule and I was late. But anyways, team calls are going to be Mondays at 7. We are going to do new coach getting started right calls every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. So every, handful of coaches that you bring in every week, get them on this call. I'll do the first one, and then I'm going to start doing a sign-up sheet. And I think it's super important that the leaders in this group, especially Diamond and above, have a chance to talk to our newer coaches. It's the perfect place, first of all, for you guys to get to know, speaking on a call, speaking in front of other people. And when you speak out loud about what we're doing, it totally restores your confidence. And it's like, you know what? We can talk about this, right? Like, I know what to do as a new coach. I was there. Until you could tell your story, and I will give you the rubric of what you talk about, of what they should be doing in their first 30 days as a new coach. Okay? And then Wednesdays, we are going to be doing power hours. These times are going to be flexible. We have our 6 a.m. power hour or 6:30 a.m. power hours for our Success Club earners, so that is massive incentive to get on the board immediately. But I'd like to throw in some evening power hours. So I left Wednesday and Thursday open. Now, if 5 is too early, I get it. If 6 is too early, that's fine. We can schedule them, but I'd like them a set time. The virtual gym link is open 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week, indefinitely. So if you ever want to work your own power hour, just post in the team page. It's the team call link we're using right now. It's what I use for our morning workouts. It's everything. Use that link and get on a power hour and invite others to join you. But these are going to be my power hours that I will be hosting for you guys until I have some other leaders that say, I can run a power hour for you. And believe me, I'm going to be asking. And then Saturday mornings, I think it's so amazing to sit down and just chat, whether it's about business or about life or about whatever you want to talk about that day. I think it's really important that we have a connection time that we can talk about. Maybe it's struggles, or maybe it's that darn girl that quit or returned her package, or maybe it's just, I need a friend right now. And this is where we build our community. Because I know sometimes we're so busy with our power hours that it's do this, next task, and head down, we're working, which is great. But I also think sometimes we just need human interaction to say, man, some troll on Facebook was super rude to me today, and this is the message I got. What would you say back, right? Because a lot of times we just bury those parts of the business in our back office or in the back of our mind, and we never revisit them. And those are what become limiting beliefs. So I would really like to set up coffee chats with you, but I'm leaving that time open because I want to know what time would work for you guys. Like, I'm up at the crack of dawn on Saturdays, but I know not everybody else is. So if 7 or 8 or whatever time you guys want to do, I will put a poll on the team page, or you can drop it in the comments and we can set up a coffee chat on Saturdays. So this will really help between team call, rolling into new coach getting started rights. And believe me, if you are a new coach, get on it. If you are not, and you're adding coaches in there, you can get on that call too. I really feel like when you stay in stage one of this business, you have a whole new like outlook on life. I know we have to keep moving forward. The train is always going, but if we stay in stage one of just keep inviting, you know, where do we start and go back to the basics, you will continually see success. So don't feel like you have to be a new coach to get on that. Anyone's welcome to hop on. Okay, moving on to Team Cup. Now that we have a little bit of a strategy plan, I did this twice. See, that's what I get. Okay, so Team Cup. Oh, it's because I didn't like that chair. There you go. Team Cup. First of all, these are the rad prizes. You get, if you hit Success Club on your own and you're the only one, you get this prize. If the whole team hits Success Club, you get the chair. If you are the leader in your region, you get these cool their Apple AirPods. So if you win tier 2, you also win tier 1. So you could really make out and win quite a few things here. So the logistics of this, there is no more than 2 diamonds to a team. 5 team members, those are out of order, I guess. And you must hit Success Club in the month of August. But you are going for a beat your best style, I don't know, competition. You want to get the highest number possible. You want to win it. There's actually a trophy that your name gets engraved on. Should have put that picture on there. But at the end of it, you get to earn this cool free swag for doing your job, which is a really rad incentive. So let's form some teams is pretty much what we need. I haven't even formed my team because I know that life was crazy with Summit, coming off of 2 weeks without cell phone service. I still feel like I have not caught up, but we will get there because August, it's time to rock and roll. What we will be doing is once everyone submits their team to our team page, I will, whoever the captain is, I will be touching base with the captains, giving them the action items on a weekly basis of what they need to be doing within their pod. So their pod will be their team. I am not one to handhold, but I am going to give you exact strategies, scripts, and tasks to do on a daily basis that it's like a fail-proof Success Club system. So once we start hitting Success Club and we start implementing our team call and then our power hours, I think it would be important for team captains to also not only have a thread of their team members, but to implement a weekly power hour, at least weekly, if not daily. But my power hours on both Wednesdays and Thursdays will be open team-wide. And if we need to throw in a Friday, I am all for that as well. But this is a really major incentive to register. So there you go, 5 members, no more than 2 diamonds, and you all have to commit to hitting Success Club. So I'm gonna stop sharing really quick, get back to your beautiful faces, and then I wanna talk to you guys about, you know, what we do right now. Like, I don't know, it's July 20th or something, 19th, I don't even know, 20th. What you do right now will determine what happens at the end of this year. Leaving July, you are in the middle of whatever, the second, third quarter. So what you do right now is going to determine how your year ends. And that's kind of trippy to think about because you feel like, oh my God, we got a lot more time left in the year. But in the reality of it is, this business doesn't happen overnight. And anyone that's been doing this for more than a week understands that what you start saying and who you start talking to right now is like planting a seed. And you don't pick the fruit from the apple tree the day after you plant it, right? You have to wait for it to come to fruition. So why we run Team Cup in August is because August isn't usually a slow month, right? Everyone thinks, well, why don't we run Team Cup when it's slow? No. August is like, people are starting to think about back to school. There's always great marketing around August because schedules are starting to change. Who knows with COVID this year, it could get tricky. We might have to think out of the box, but usually we are preparing for back to school, back to you challenge groups. It's typically one of our busiest months before we head into a lull of the holidays. So what you do right now for the end of July to propel you into August and have a freaking amazing, strong August is gonna set the tone, right? For September, October, November, and December. Now we have Control Freak coming out in December, so any Autumn fans, you're gonna be okay with that one, right? Like you'll be able to sign some coaches and make some stuff happen. In December, everyone's like, it's Christmas, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, give the gift of fitness. So we don't even have to worry about December. But when you work back, you're like, okay, September, people are starting to move into the fall. We're getting away from like, can't use the bikini excuse anymore. People are starting to hibernate. You need to have a rock solid August so that you have a ton of people to follow up in September with. It's just the way this business works. It's completely a numbers game. I've learned it over, I'm like, for every 100 people I invite, 20 say yes. Therefore, if I need to hit and sign 20 people this month, you know, you got to reverse engineer and do the math. I need to have strong conversations with over 200 people, okay? So they're all not gonna say yes, right? So when people tell me, well, I'm talking to 3 people right now, and I'm like, you better be talking to 30 people if you wanna hit Success Club, right? Your ratios it's all numbers. Your ratios have to be there. You can't think that if you have 3 conversations going that 3 people are going to sign with you guys. You have to make that like 30 people at least to get 3, okay? So, like Monica said on the National Wake Up Call this morning, I think it's super important that those of you that were immersed in the trainings that we just take a step back and kind of breathe and decompress. I call it brain dump. You know, review your notes, go back to the trainings you want to really learn from, which is awesome, and then go from there. Implement, make it your own, and then implement it. We're all at different levels in this business, but I can tell you as your leader, I am going to make some massive changes that are going to help support you in your business. And that's not a promise, like that is an oath. We will do better, okay? So with that being said, I only know of one Team Cup team that is complete, and that is Peyton's. Brandy and I are working on it. So remember, because of the diamond thing, I would suggest that you stand up and you get people in your downline involved. Maybe this is when you talk someone into signing their spouse. You know, do you think you could help 3 friends do what you do? Yeah, okay. Get that person signed up as a coach, and then wait till August and sign their people up. I can help you guys strategize how to do this for team, if you want to add team members, but at the same time, I'm like, that would be a perfect time to sign all of them up and earn more points in August. So I would reach out. We have the Success Club runners thread that we can pull from. We have amazing team in Florida. Like, it doesn't have to be within our team. We can reach out and add anyone we want to any combination of people, as long as it's only 2 diamonds and a total of 5. So this is where I told a few of the girls, this is where I get my spouse involved. Like, I'm going to use my spouse account. I'm going to hit Success Club in my account and in my spouse account, because I want a set of those chairs. I'm very swag driven, if you guys didn't notice. So if prizes are your thing, utilize the spouse account. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it, but at the end of the day, you are making a commitment to yourself. And there have been times I've been on teams with great competitors, and we don't all hit Success Club, and that's okay, because we had fun and we got to work with different people, and we were still doing what we're supposed to be doing anyway, right? Is working our business. So don't feel, so many times I hear, I don't want to let anybody down, so I'm not going to sign up. And I think that's the way, ass backwards, excuse my language, approach to this business and what we do. This is your chance to get out of your comfort zone and work with people that could show you something different or something new that could potentially propel your business to new levels. And if you are too, maybe limited by your limiting belief that you don't think that you could help 3 people, that is not the mindset to go into this with. Go in with, we're going to crush it. I'm going to help 30 people, or whatever you have to tell yourself to make it happen. But don't feel like you're going to hold anybody back. Let's all jump in and make an amazing Team Cup. So if there's any questions on the schedule, let me know. Or if there's any time preferences, like if times don't work, please voice that so that I can make sure that we make it so as many people can benefit from those as possible, because I will say that is a lot of my time. That is a power hour call 4 nights a week, which I'm willing to do as a leader to take us to the next level, but I want it to be at a time that you guys can utilize. So if those times don't work, please let me know. And are there any other questions about Team Cup? Is there anything we're struggling with right now? Okay, cool. Peyton's going to run Thursdays. I like it. Anything going good? Does anyone want to talk about anything going good? Going bad? Indifferent? No. You guys are quiet. They like to hear me talk. Okay.
If I
now, I won't say it for a because you can totally text me. But. All right. Who wants that chair? I want the chair. I want the chair. I love the AirPods. The shirt. I need it all. I need it all. So, okay. Well, I hope you guys go back through and watch your summit videos. Everything should be uploaded to YouTube. I knew by a few things Carl said in the general session that things are being edited for compliance issues. So once those come out and they can be released to YouTube, we'll be good to rock to rewatch those. But yeah, go back, indulge yourself in those trainings, and go listen to the National Wake Up Call if you haven't, because Monica brought the fire. And I will post the schedule in the team page, and I will be working on our action items and tasks that we will be doing through Team Cup to help you guys hit Success Club. Okay? I will give you the gold. You just have to follow through and do it. Okay? All right. Nobody has anything to say. It's 106 up here. I know it. I'm just like dripping stuff. Okay. All right, guys, go enjoy your family. Have a great evening. Start thinking about Team Cup teams. I'm going to put a thing in the team page so we can get a sign-up sheet going. Okay? I love you all. Thanks for joining, and we shall see you soon. Wait, picture. I'm horrible, horrible.
I got one. Deeper.
I love you all. Okay.
Bye.
I'm going to make